right, little change of plans. I ran out of gas in the bottles. Of course, I'm doing like the last probably 15 cuts out here after all of this work out here, and I finally ran out of gas on these bottles. So what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the farm. We are continuing on the fence project again today. I think it's like the 5th video or something like that, but we are going to keep cranking away. We got a lot to do in this video. We are going to finish all of the pipe that we have set in the ground. We're going to go ahead, cut those, and start welding all the H-braces together and all of the corners that we need to weld together. We'll do that in this video. And then we will hopefully get all the paint prep done. We're going to hit it with a wire brush and apply some OSPO, which is in those blue bottles right there. But anyways, it is Monday afternoon. I just got off of work. I only got about an hour or so of daylight. So I'm just gonna get as much done as I can. This video is gonna be super jumpy because I'm gonna try to work on it every single day this week, other than Thursday, obviously, because we have rehearsals for church. So let's go ahead and get the supplies that we need and get rolling. We're gonna start by jumping out and cutting a few posts with the cutting torch, and so we can go ahead and have enough posts to get done with this project, and then we will start welding everything up together. I'm a little worried about that right there because it just started lightning. We've got us a little storm cell over the top of us. I'm gonna take a look at the radar and see if we need to continue, if we need to shut it down for a second. I'm gonna very quickly grab that stuff, move it in here so I don't get struck by lightning and or rained on, because I feel like it's about to hit us. Hindsight, plastic doesn't work well with molten hot metal. I should have known that was gonna happen. Oh well, they'll still work though. So as you can hear above me, the sky opened up as soon as I moved it in here. But we were able to get this last cut done. So now we have the remaining pieces that we need to be able to finish our fence. All right, it is the next day here. We actually got rained out last night. So it rained almost until midnight last night. The good news is the ground is wet, so we're gonna be able to get those holes cut for the dividing fence in our no man's land pretty easily. And then we'll have all of our pieces cut, which we did last night. So we're gonna go ahead and load those up as well. And we'll go ahead and get those posts set so we can get all the concrete out of the bucket and be able to use the tractor for bucket purposes again. So let's get that done. We've got all of our posts set. I don't know why these last 5 were way tougher. I did hit a lot more rock though when I was digging them, so that is probably 95% of the reason why they were tougher. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna let these set up overnight or so. But now we can kind of start in on the top rail for our connecting fences. I may actually get into that a little bit tonight. I have the ability to light up at least the side over there by the shop. In between the shop and the house, I can light that up with my shop lights and my house lights. So I may jump over there and cut all the saddles on that real quick. All right, we have got our saddles cut on this little piece of fence here. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. We ran out of daylight and went beyond that. But thankfully I've got these shop lights. The electrician thought I was crazy when I put them up, but they've served quite a purpose for us. But we'll come back tomorrow and start installing our top rail. But we'll see you tomorrow at some point. Back out here today, and I had a thought yesterday that I should run a string line just to get a visual on the tops of these rails. Just because I'm measuring from the ground doesn't mean that it's going to be appealing to the eye. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around here and run a string line at our set height that we're going to run our top rail, just so I can get a visual. Back after it today. It is Friday afternoon, which means the weekend is here, which means we can get a lot done. Hopefully get all the rest of our top rail welded on, so we can go ahead and get the paint prep started. Let's go ahead and go outside. Let's get started on this thing. As you can see, we got this little section of top rail welded in, all the caps put on and done. Man, it's cold outside today, or it's tonight. This is the one bad part about doing projects in the winter time, is that it just turned 7 o'clock and I had been working in the dark now for almost an hour and a half. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is clean up everything out there, and I'm gonna get a fresh start in the morning. All right, we are back at it again today. I have consumed my coffee indoors today. I went ahead and stayed in with the girls this morning just to enjoy our morning. But I got to consume my coffee inside, so it was nice and warm, because outside it is a balmy 31 degrees. And Yeah, I'm gonna get to work so I can try to stay warm. I just gotta grab some supplies, you know the drill. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start on the other side of the house today and get that fence finished. So let's do it. All right, little change of plans. I ran out of gas in the bottles. Of course, I'm doing like the last probably 15 cuts out here after all of this work out here, and I finally ran out of gas in these bottles. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these regulators off and then take the bottles to the place I was gonna go anyways today to buy the rest of our materials and go ahead and get those exchanged. I am working here. I thought I was gonna be able to run one stick from that corner to this corner right here on this piece, but it was just probably a foot too short. So I went ahead and grabbed another stick and went to start the tractor, and it won't start. The ignition in it has been super loose for the last couple months, and I think it finally either gave out or just a combination of that and a low battery. It's made that ignition useless. So my father-in-law is going to come over and help fix that here in a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and throw these bottles in the back of the truck and head to the supply store. So I was able to pick up some of the stuff that we needed. Unfortunately, the place that I was headed to, they closed at 11:30 on a Saturday, which is crazy to me. But I didn't want to make the guys in the yard work too hard, so I didn't get all the fencing that I was going to buy, and I didn't get any of the pipe for our gates. But that's okay. I can do that next weekend. We're going to go home and get hopefully the rest of this fence done and ready for paint prep. Had to take a break from running the welder. My little one is in the house asleep. So I'll be ready to weld all this up once my daughter wakes up. And in the meantime, I may throw some of our paint prep OSFO into a sprayer and go ahead and start spraying this fence. Then I also need to take some measurements and see how much rolls of fence that I'm gonna need to buy. So I'll show you what I got. I got some caps. I bought some retainers for the barbed wire. Those will be welded onto the posts on the front fence, just so that wire will sit in there. Hot dang. Y'all hear them motorcycle riders? It's a serious sound system on that thing. I hope you and your family have had a Merry Christmas. This will post after Christmas, so I hope y'all have had a good Christmas and good New Year's. I might be able to get this posted by the New Year's, but we'll see.
Nope.
I usually post every 2 weeks now that I've got a big project to do. I like to get a cheaper sprayer to run all of the OSPO in. This one's kind of in the middle of the road. It's the only one that the hardware store I went to had. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some gloves on. Anytime that I'm handling this, I wanna be really careful not to get it in my mouth and in my eyes. Last time that I did this, I was a little bit less safe, and I ended up accidentally getting downwind of it, and it didn't make me go to the hospital or anything like that, or it didn't really even hurt that much, but it was super irritating. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a little bit more caution this time. Just use gloves to make sure I'm not gonna tear my skin up. We're just gonna go straight in here with it. It's a good thing that I did that because it just got all over my hands. So like I said, I'm gonna be super careful with this. I'm gonna throw back on my safety glasses. I'm even gonna see if my wife has a mask laying around that I can throw on just to keep it off of my eyes and my nose and my mouth. Go ahead and throw the top on this. One thing I just wanna make a note of while I'm doing this, this stuff is readily available at most hardware supply stores, and it is a phosphoric acid. It's not super heavy. It's not a super heavy chemical, so it's not like I need a license or anything for this to own it or to have it. But I've just learned my lesson with this stuff, man. It's not fun when you get it in your eyeballs or in your face or in your mouth. So, okay, we are pressurized and ready to go. And I will see y'all out there. I found my mask. I've got my sunglasses on, and I'm wearing a hat just to keep it off my hair and my head. But I'll pull this up over my face like that, and I should be good. And my hands got gloves on them. So we're gonna start with this section right here that we finished yesterday, or in this last piece of the video. I'll start there just because it's right outside the door, and then I'll make my way around. So let's get into it. So the camera died while it was sitting over there in that corner running a time lapse. So I've been charging it, but I've been able to get this piece welded on, and I've gotten that piece welded on. Now I just need to weld on this piece, and then we need to cut down all of our posts that we're gonna end up putting caps on. So I'm gonna set you up on one more little short time lapse, and then it will be on to the front fence. That's gonna do us for today. we were able to get a lot done. I'm really happy with the way everything turned out. We've got both sides of the house done, and we got all the way around here to our stretch of fence that runs down the fence, or runs down the driveway. I really wanted to get done with it all today, but we ran out of light, which is no big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and clean everything up, and you guys are gonna get a time lapse of the rest of this sunset. It's a really pretty one. So we will see y'all hopefully tomorrow after church. It is the Christmas season. I have Sunday morning tomorrow, and then tomorrow afternoon is free, and then I have Monday night rehearsal after work, Tuesday Christmas Eve services, and then obviously Wednesday's Christmas. But I'm gonna go ahead and set y'all up here on a time lapse, and we will see y'all tomorrow. It is actually the Thursday after Christmas, so the day after Christmas. It was a great Christmas here at our farm. I'll show you what my oldest daughter got. She just got done riding out here in the rain. Yeah, yep. And she's already ran into the fence once, and she's already flipped it over once. So still learning how to drive it, but we're doing good and having fun. And she was buckled in with the helmet on, so she was safe. So our fences have cured, as you can see by the white on the fence. That means that OSPO has done its work. And luckily it cured for a day or two before it rained. So it should be good to go. I may just knock it down with the wire brush before I paint it, but with that being said, if I can get the rest of the day sprays just finished, then I can spray them down tonight. And I think that's where we're gonna leave it today. I hope that you enjoyed this little part of the series. We got really far. We are going to jump on painting as soon as we can. My wife works the next 3 nights, so I probably will not be starting it until later this weekend. So, hey, I appreciate you hanging out, and if you made it this far in the video, give me a thumbs up on it, just so I know that you made it this far. I know that's not a whole lot to ask, so if anything, that would just let me know that you made it this far. But also, if you have been watching this content and you enjoy it, hit the subscribe button. I know that it's an honor to be a part of your subscriptions on YouTube, and it just lets you know when I put out a new video, and so you can watch it and join us along on this journey out here. But hey, I will see you back out here when it's time to paint the fence. I want you to keep putting one foot in front of the other and don't get caught at the crossroads. We'll see you.